With each video that I post on this channel, my goal is to give you more and more tools for proper and effective stress management. Understanding how things work, how to deal with stress, and having as many tools in your toolbox as possible gives you the best chances of success. Today I'd like to talk to you about some quick stress relievers that you can implement pretty much anytime and anywhere as a way of dealing with stress in the moment. One of the quickest and easiest things that you can do is breathing. And I've talked to you about breathing exercises in the past. This time what I'd like for you to try are belly breathing exercises. Typically when we breathe, we tend to breathe with our chest area. But a good way to relieve stress is to engage your belly before you engage your chest. So give it a try. In this exercise, very simple really, just quiet yourself, maybe remove yourself from the stressful situation, and start taking some deep breaths, focusing on expanding your belly as you're breathing. So this would be as though you're breathing with your belly rather than your chest area. Do several of such deep breaths and see if that doesn't help you to reduce the stress in the moment of whatever you're experiencing. It definitely will have an effect on your body physiologically, which can then translate into calming yourself in terms of your mind and your emotions. So that's one quick stress relieving exercise that you can engage in pretty much anytime, anywhere. You can even do this while you're walking or while you're driving, as long as you're paying attention to what you're doing. You're always breathing anyway, so why not switch that breathing into some deep breaths that work with your belly? The second quick stress relieving exercise that I would like to introduce in this video is the idea of positive mantras. That could be a word or it could be a phrase that you could repeat to yourself. Close your eyes. So again, make sure it's safe to do that. Don't do that while you're driving. But close your eyes and quietly repeat a positive mantra to yourself. This again could be a word or a phrase. And if you're in a space where it would be difficult to do that out loud, you could think that word or phrase to yourself. And if you did that for a minute or two, it could really help you to calm down, relieve some stress, get your focus off of the stressful situation and into a state of stress relief. So what kind of positive mantra could you use? Maybe you could use a simple word such as calm or peace. Or maybe a phrase would work better for you. Something such as, this is temporary, or this too shall pass, or everything will pass, or everything will be okay, or everything is okay, or I am safe. Whatever works for you. And look, you may try one thing and it may not be so effective, you may not click with it. Try something else. Try a different word or a different phrase until you find one that works for you. And remember, you can switch it up. It doesn't have to be the same thing you use every time. You could use different words during different situations or different phrases during different situations. But this is so simple. You may not need to do it for more than a minute. Maybe you do it for a couple of minutes. But it's a great, simple way that you can do almost anytime and almost anywhere, but it can get you out of that state of stress and start working your body and your mind into a state of stress relief. Another quick exercise is to shift your focus onto something stationary. So it could be an object in a room or an object outside if you're outside, something that is stationary. And this is a very simple way of anchoring yourself or making yourself be still If you feel like you are in a chaotic situation or you're surrounded by chaos, which is the stressor for you in that moment, again, make sure this is a safe practice in the moment for you. But if it is, then try to focus on something that's still, something that's stationary. Give it your attention. Take a look at how it looks to you, maybe touch it, see how it feels to you, smell it if there's a smell to it, listen to it if there is a sound to it. Again, this is about shifting your focus. And with this particular exercise, you're looking to quiet yourself and to still yourself. If you feel like you're in a chaotic situation where things are just moving too quick and too chaotically around you. And again, safety first. You have to use your mind and have some discernment. Do these exercises in a way, in a time and place where it's safe for you to do that. So again, you wouldn't do this one while you're driving. The last quick stress relieving exercise that I will include in this video is counting backwards. You may do something such as counting backwards from 100. If that is not enough to switch your focus, to get you out of the moment of whatever stress you are experiencing, you may increase the challenge in that particular exercise. Maybe you count by 5s. Maybe you count by 7. That'll make it more challenging. Do something that will get your focus shifted away from the situation that's stressing you out, away from the particular stressor that you're dealing with, and that helps you to shift your state from stressed to not stressed. Even if we're talking about stress reduction in the moment as opposed to stress elimination, both are good because they're moving you away from this big stress situation or big stressor. Whichever it ends up being for you, it's still a good result. So whether you're counting backwards from 100 by 1s or by 5s or by 7s, whatever it takes to shift your focus and to get your mind thinking about something else is a good way to help you work towards stress relief in a situation with a very simple, easy exercise that you can do without needing much of anything else. You just need yourself. And you can count out loud, you can count in your mind. For some of you, you may get really creative and take out a piece of paper and a pen and write down the numbers as you're doing the countdown. Now you're engaging even more of your senses to get yourself distracted and changed from that state of stress into a state of stress relief. So play with it. Get engaged, whether you do it verbally, whether it's just a mental exercise, whether it's something you actually take a piece of paper and a pen and write the numbers down as you're counting down. However you want to try it, however works for you. If you try one way, maybe try another way, see which one you like better. The point is to have as many of these tools as possible and to engage in these exercises. Knowing about these tools but never using them is pretty useless. So the point is to have as many tools and to actually use them to help you when you're stressed out. Stress is an inevitable part of life, and you all already know this. So why not give yourself the best chances of effective stress management by having as many tools and actually using them as you possibly can. If you'd like to learn more about a comprehensive approach to stress management, check out the link below.